Hi guys, and welcome back to more in Bruges on the Force 90 YouTube channel, continuing the Cercle Brugge save on FM 2015. And today we're going to round off the main part of the second season. We've got an away game against Standard Liège and a home game against Waasland-Beveren before the Belgian Cup final against Anderlecht coming up in the next video after today's. Off screen in the last episode, we overcame Charleroi in a two-legged semi-final affair, and we made it to the Belgian Cup final where we're going to be playing Anderlecht. Today we're going to round off, as I said, we're going to round off the main section of the Belgian Pro League, and we'll see if we can get into the Championship group. We were in it for the most of the season, but unfortunately the past few games have been pretty poor, and we have now dropped outside the top six for the first time in the season, really, unless you count, the very start where you only start with, 3 points or whatever. But yeah, been a while since we've been out of the top six, and now we are in 7th, and we need to get some results in these last two games if we want to get into that Championship group. What I'm going to do is I'm going to read the rules of the Belgian Pro League in terms of who gets Europe and things like that. In fact, I will also look at the Belgian Cup, see if you get European competition, if you win that. So the Belgian Cup winner will qualify for the Europa League playoff. So that's okay. If the Cup winner finishes first or second, then the Roundup will also get in the playoff. So who are we against Anderlecht? So if Anderlecht stay in the top two, then we're in the Europa League. We're in the playoff of the Europa League. So I'll take that. That's good. We'll be in Europe, at least in some way, shape, or form. If we win, we will. If we lose and Anderlecht stay in top two, then we'll be through. What else happens? Right. The points. Oh, I'm reading it. Okay. The point system in the Championship playoff is the same as during the regular season, except that each team starts with half of the points they won in the regular season, rounded up to the nearest integer. Points gained by rounding are deducted in the case of a tie. The top 6 teams from the regular season enter the playoff, with the first place team winning the Championship. Each team plays their opponents twice, and the teams are ranked by points from rounding, wins, etc., as in the regular season. Right. So that is that's it. And then the Europa League playoff. The teams ranked 7 to 14 enter the playoffs, with teams ranked 7th, 9th, 12th and 14th entering Group A, and teams ranked 8, 10, 11 and 13 entering Group B. In each group, the team plays each of its 3 opponents twice. The winner of each group plays a final game in 2 legs to determine the winner of the playoffs. The winner then plays a home and away game against either the 4th or 5th place team from the playoff 1 for the final Europa League ticket, with the opponent depending on the fact if the Belgian Cup winner ended in the top 4 of the playoff 1 or not. That's a lot of words. And then there's a relegation playoff, but we won't worry too much about that. So, in terms of the Champions League, the winner of the Pro League and the runner-up get into the Champions League third qualifying round. The Belgian Cup winner will get into the Europa League playoff, or the runner-up, if that Cup winner is already in the top 2. Third place team, or 4th place if the Cup winner finished 3rd or higher, qualifies for the 3rd and last qualifying round, and the winner of the game between the playoffs 2 winner and the 4th place team qualifies for the 2nd qualifying round. Right, yes. It does get very, very confusing, but we will know at the end whether we are in it or not. Let's go through the games off screen, because I've got a feeling it's going to be a long one. So we, of course, last time we beat Charleroi 2-1 on aggregate. We did actually win in the league against Lommel. Our first win in the league in 6, I think, yeah. It was only 1-0. A junior Tanaka scored the only goal. It was a pretty quiet game other than that, but it was a 1-0 win. We drew 0-0 with Zolta in a pretty uninspiring game. We suffered a very early injury here though. Humam Tariq came off very early and actually did suffer an injury. Broken arm. He's going to be out for another couple of weeks. Another injury, that's all we need. So yeah, pretty quiet game. Not a lot happened. And it was 0-0. And then the last game, we lost 4-2 at home to Lokeren, which is a big shame. We were 2-0 down in this game. Overmeer and Kamara scored 2 goals in 3 minutes. And then by 17 minutes, we were 2-0 down. Got a goal back before half-time. Christoph De Heine scored in injury time. 2-1 down at the break. We put it back to 2-2. Sekuta Parzu scored his first goal in 12 games. So he has not scored, I don't think, since the Bruges derby. And he scored here to make it 2-2. Gaston Kamara added his second of the game 2 minutes after that to make it 3-2. And then 72 minutes in, Junior Dutra scored to make it 4-2 to Lokeren. We had a very poor game. Habib Belaid is not doing very well. He had the game where we lost 5-2 to, again, he got a 4.6. But his average throughout the whole season is 6.52. That's just not good enough. We paid 100 grand for him. I thought I saw a flash of lightning for a second there. I don't know why I would have done it. It's a nice evening out. But I saw a flash. Definitely. Never mind. Enough of that. So yeah, for a guy, we paid 100 grand for him. He just has not impressed at all. He scored 1 goal in his debut, but since then he's just gone downhill. So he won't be playing in today's game, that's for sure. Nothing else has really happened off screen. We've just got a load of injuries still. So most people are back though. The only people that are out now are Baselik Gogic and Tariq. We did have Valker injured for a while, but he is now back. Yeah, people are starting to come back now. Cristobal is unhappy because we've been breaking promises, apparently. And he's now very unhappy. Yeah, he said he's had too many broken promises by his manager. I mean, the last one, you've got a history of breaking promises to me and I've had enough of it. This is the final straw. And then he said that. He said, I know I have a lot of allies in the squad who feel the same way. I'm not going to sit here and be threatened by one of my players. You're going to be training with the kids for the near future. But we have to have him on the bench for today's game just because we don't have the squad to have someone else in there. So let's go on to the first game. I've been talking for a while, so I've got a feeling this might be a bit of a long video. I've pre-selected the team, just make it go a bit quicker. So Emiliano Martinez will stay in goal for the remainder of the season, despite the fact that Jasmine Buric is back. But Martinez, I think, has been the better keeper throughout the season, but they have had their fair share of games. Bart Boyser and Cornelis are our fullbacks, or wing back in the case of Cornelis. Cornelis back from his injury, which is good. Bordin and Dusen are going to be the defenders for this game. Just ahead of them, we've got Ndiaye and Houdret. Tanaka playing as the shadow striker with De Heine and Wilson either side of him. We've got Valentin Viola up front. All the strikers have been disappointing, really. So we're going to see if we can get a goal for Viola. We've got one for Zuku Tapazu. We'll see if Viola can get his first goal since the first day of the season. And then on the bench, Omazuzi, Habib Belaid, Steph Wills, Cristobal, Chiki Nando, Zuku Tapazu and Kabanga. And I think we'll leave it at that. Yes, we'll submit that team. Away against Standard, this isn't going to be easy, but we need to make up some points here. Ghent are away against Club Brugge, so they may well drop points, so we need to capitalise. Viola's performances are becoming a concern. So let's go. And let's see how we do. I did actually there was a game in between last game with Anderlecht, which I played off screen, but I showed the goals. I'm not sure whether to take that approach in the future, whether to just show highlights from the games. And then that way, you might be able to get through a few more games and the videos will be slightly shorter. Might be a better way to look at it going forward. I mean, I'll definitely make some changes during FM16. Another change being including a face cam in my videos. So there's definitely some changes I want to be making to my channel in preparation for FM16. And, well, Standard Liège had an early chance there while I was talking. Well, not early, but that has been the only chance of the game, the only highlight. And they've got a free kick here, which they're trying to get in towards them. And Van Damme scores in the first minute of injury time. That went very quick. It's half time already almost, and they've just scored. But we've had the edge in possession, and then the pass rate is about the same. But they've had some chances of Standard, and they took that one there. Ghent Genk could still overtake us over the 2 games, I think, but we're doing okay. We should 7th is not good enough though, I don't think. We've been unlucky so far. We'll start the second half. Let's see if we can get into this game. Here is Hudret. Finds Junior Tanaka. He's been fouled by Fatty. That's not nice. They've got a throw in our standard. It's Van Aanholt to K.S.V. Ball in, heads it away to Dessart. Wilson wins the ball, but he can only clear it as far as Van Dam. Here's Vieira. Van Dam. Oh, Cornelis, that was a dreadful mistake. He basically set him up, and it's 2-0. This isn't going well. I mean, this team is completely collapsed in on itself. Can we get something here, though? There is a header, but didn't really go to anyone. We need to try and get back in this game. Come on. Wilson with the ball now. Finds Tanaka. Here's Viola. We've got him as a deep lying. I don't know what to do with Viola. I don't know what to do with him. Milek is running away from Cornelis here. Headed away by Boutin and Milek. They just let him shoot. This is awful. What is going on? What is going on? This is dreadful. Board. What is wrong with my defenders? Board him 4.9. Right. Steph Wills, get on there. I don't know what is going on with this team. What is happening? They've completely just folded in on themselves. Self-destructed. I don't know what to say. It's just been awful the second half of the season. And we're expected to get mid-table. So as far as that's concerned, we're doing well. But the way we've been playing in the second half of the season is just awful. We should be in that championship group and we're not. Cornelis, get a cross in. Come on. Viola's there. Viola scored. Yes. That's his first goal since the first day of the season. And it's 3-1. With 10 minutes left, we could still get something from this. I'm making changes. I don't want to change another defender. What can we do? We're going to bring on Kabanga for Dehena. And we'll leave it there for now. And then we'll make another change if we need to. Hopefully we won't have to make one due to injury. Right, we're going overload. We can try and get at least 1 goal maybe. 85th minute we're on. I think it's going to end 3-1. And it's a late highlight here. Hopefully it's not a goal to them. I really hope not. 4-1 would be bad. K.S.V. Boulos. The header was not on target. And that's going to be it. It's going to be 3-1. Dreadful. Again. Aggressive. I'm far from pleased with the result. It's not going well. It's not going well at all. Right. I don't know what to do with this defence. It's just so bad. Viola ended his goal drought though. So that's one positive from that. Right. Last game of the season. So we're looking bad. I mean, we have to better against result. No, we need Ghent to lose and we need to win. Who did Ghent have on the last day? Let's see. They lost 3-0 to Bruges. And they got Kortrijk in the last game. So you'd expect them to get some points there and win that. Kortrijk are second from bottom. Beveren, I'm guessing they're relegated already. But yeah, this is going to be hard. 7th isn't a bad finish though. We can't finish lower than Lamel. Genk must have lost. So I think it looks like we're going to be finishing 7th, which isn't all that bad. And providing Anderlecht stay in that second place, then we will be in the Europa League next season, which might not be so good because that will probably cost money, and we don't have a lot of that. So I will skip ahead now to the last game. Okay, right, we're on game day. One thing I should note, youth intakers come in with offer contracts. Most notable one that stands out is Andreas de Soenink. He's a left back. Got some good physical stats, and things like concentration and decision making and work rate stand out and marking. Could be a good left back in the future. Potential is very good, but of course now 1 star. Apart from that, a few good players still up there. I mean, these guys have all come up in the past 2 seasons. And then, yeah, there's some solid players around here. Nicholas Janssens is one. He's on loan at Lamel at the moment. Don't think he's been doing very well out there. All of our loan players are doing pretty poorly, actually. Need to look into that. So here we go. We're on the last game of the season. We're against Waasland-Beveren. AA again are 2 points ahead of us. We need them to lose. If they draw and we win, our goal difference is a lot worse. So we need them to lose, and then we need to win if we want to get that 6th place and get into that championship group. I'm going to do a quick pick and see what we get. Borden and Wills is playing in place of Borden and Dusen's playing. Wills and Dusen, because the other guys have just not done it for me. We won't be playing Cornelis today either. We'll leave it at this. Yeah, and then the bench, we will have Cornelis on the bench. I think that we will leave it at that. We don't want Belaid on the bench, so we'll have Valker on the bench. And well, there we go. That is our bench. Here we go. Submit the team. So a couple of changes in there. I think 3. Yeah, Wills are going to make his 100th appearance. He is captain today as well, I think. Right, but yes, we do need to do better than last time. I expect you to end our performer here and win this match. Boys are looking stressed. I don't give a crap. Let's get into it. The table is in the bottom left corner, so you can see if anything happens. But we need A again to lose, and they're against the second bottom team, so we'll see what happens there. They're expected to win, though. We've got the ball here, though, pushing forward. We run it back, and Dehaena's still moving forward. Can he get crossing? No, he's running out for a throw-in. Great stuff. Great ball control. Boyce is going to get a... No, he's not going to get a yellow card. He's going to get a telling off here. And that guy's going to get a telling off as well. Let's see what is happening here. 15 minutes in. Not a great deal has happened since that early highlight. Halfway through the first half now and still nothing. And there's been 1 shot. 3 shots. As soon as I say there's been no shots, there's a shot. Every time. It's going to go to half time. We haven't been leading possession, but we have not let them have a shot. Keep going. You can still win this one. Let's try it. Come on. Let's end high here. Come on. We can't get caught. 7th is the lowest we can finish. If we're very lucky, we will finish 6th, but I don't know if it will happen. Dusen scores. It's 1-0. Noah Dusen has scored his very first goal for the club. And that took, 45 seconds or so of the first half. Maybe less than that. 38? 40 seconds from kickoff. And we got a goal. But Ghent are winning. So, yeah. Right, Viola's done badly, so we are going to bring on Sukita Pazu and see if he can get us a second goal. But it looks like it's going to be a 7th place finish, which is okay, considering we were promoted straight away. I think we're doing okay. AA again is 6-0 up. So, yeah, that's not going to be happening. If we can hold on for a win, though, then we should be okay, because we've been performing badly. Dehaena's looking pretty bad, actually, conditioning-wise. 72 minutes played now. I'm going to make that change, actually. We're going to bring off Dehaena. We're going to play Kabanga. Had a bit of a quiet year, actually, Kabanga. Had a good first season, but this season he's been kind of forced out due to other players, better players, I think. But Kabanga's still pretty good. Here's Addy for Beveren. And Nilad, I don't know what that was, Niadzi or something, with a shot. It was saved by Martinez. Been a very good player, Martinez. I think arguably our best player of the season, the goalkeeper. I think the same could be said last season as well, when we had Gatsenigo on loan from Southampton rather. He was very good. I think he was named the best goalkeeper in the league, actually. He got into the team of the season. We're going to take a 1-0 win in here. It's going to be the last highlight of the game here. Unless they have a late charge here. No, that's full time. We ended with a win. Well, it was a pretty unspectacular match, but good win. Well done. Yeah, that's what we're looking for. Things like that. So we do finish in 7th place. Ghent won 6-1 in the end, so we were never going to catch them. But 7th place is a good finish. We're 5 points ahead of that. the teams below us moved around a lot. Lamel were behind us at one point. Genk were behind us. I mean, you've got back to 38 and you've got 36 and you've got 4 teams on 35 points. And then Kortrijk on 26 and Beveren on 14. So there's a lot of moving around there. But it's ended 1-0. We've ended in 7th place, which is good. Yeah, Deuce ended very well. Right. So Pro League Roundup, yeah. Pro League Euro places drawn. We've been drawn in Group A of the Belgian Pro League, along with Sport Charleroi, Sint-Truiden, and Westerlo. So we play everyone twice. So this is the Europa League draw, but we might be in this anyway. So the cup final's been put back again because we're facing Westerlo. So there are more games to go through here. Now that we have these Pro League playoffs. But what we'll do, I think, we'll play the Anderlecht game because that's a cup final. And then I don't know what to do about this. So if we get through that group, we face the winner of Group B. Is that right? I'm confused. I'm very confused. I don't know. Anderlecht, I think, did they finish second in the end? Please say they did. Yes, they did finish second. So I think we're in the Europa League anyway. So why are we in the group? I don't know. Maybe everyone's got to do it. I suppose it would ruin it if there's one team that wasn't in it. But yeah. So I will look into what to do. I think we will be playing the cup final, and then we'll see where we go after that. I'll probably play the last game against Charleroi, even though we've played them a lot this season, just to see how it ends. So yeah, definitely next game will be the Belgian Cup final. So look forward to that. Weren't the two most spectacular games. We lost 3-1 to Standard in a terrible performance, but we did end with a win against Beveren, which is good. We ended this season with a win. So yeah, that's pretty good. Pretty dreadful second half of the season. I mean, the first half we did pretty well. I mean, there's a fair bit of red in there, but there was a lot of green in there. But the second half was just awful. We lost a lot of games. So yeah. So yeah, next game will be the Belgian Cup final. So we finished in 7th place, which I think is a good finish. I'm happy with 7th. We were predicted mid-table, and we were expected mid-table by the board. And 7th is a bit above mid-table, isn't it? Out of 16, probably not actually. It's about mid-table. I'm happy with that. That's fine. So yeah, if you enjoyed the video, then leave a like, and if you want to make any comments, then make some comments at the bottom. And if you want to see my videos as and when they come up on YouTube, then hit that subscribe button. And that'll do it for today. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.